Tom Brady, your boy, retired and unretired in a shorter time span than a halftime show. Speak to this. Are you surprised, shocked, bewildered, not surprised at all?
I actually thought for a sec that he had really hung it up, because I figured last season was his last dance and he was feeling it in his heart. But at the same time, everybody knows Tom Brady is a psycho. He has a psycho level of competitive nature, right? And so I applaud the fact that the guy was able to reconcile with himself that, he was going to miss this and he wanted to come back and give it one more shot, rather than the dude waiting until the next football season starts. And then he sees somebody do some stupid shit. Man, I could do it better than that guy. I really want to come back. You know what I mean? And then right. By then your body isn't the same. You haven't been working out and you go out there and make an ass of yourself. So some know thyself shit, he knew where his emotions were going to take him. And so he just went ahead and I'm coming back. On some Michael Jordan shit, dude. Him and Michael.
Are you surprised?
Am I surprised? A little bit. Because I figured Giselle and the kids, they put up with dad being gone for a while. I figured he spoke a lot about that, basically. I put them through enough, because part of his psycho competitive nature is that the 2 weeks before the Super Bowl, he sends them away.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm checking out of being a dad and a husband for 2 weeks. I'm just doing football. Not a lot of people would put up with that.
That is true. But he also kept winning.
Right.
And he wants to end on a win, I would think.
Yeah, especially the way he went out, because his last pass was a touchdown pass. It was a beautiful pass. And the defense fucked it up. They had a 21-point comeback, storybook narrative. And the defense fucked it up because they made a stupid decision to leave the best receiver in the league one-on-one with a second-rate safety. It was dumb. So they ended up losing after coming back from down 21. The game was tied. It's going to go to overtime. And then the Rams got a nice long pass and they kicked the field goal. Game was over. Let them score in 40 seconds. It was a fluke. It was either a fluke or an incredibly epic fuck up on the defense. But Tom Brady played his ass off in that game.
So are you a Tom Brady fan?
I used to hate that dude so much, but yes, now he made a fan out of me in that Super Bowl that went into overtime and they had that epic comeback.
Okay. So he's kind of like the guy you want to hate but can't because he keeps holding it down.
Yeah, because at that point I was like, this was the greatest Super Bowl of all time. This is one of the greatest comebacks in general of all time, and obviously the greatest Super Bowl comeback of all time. You at a certain point in time, if you're going to try to be objective, you move from hate to I have to respect this. I have to appreciate that I just saw greatness. What do you think, though?
I think similarly, I didn't want to like him because I was like, this guy got the golden ticket of life. How does that even happen? That you seem to win in every arena. You got the wife, the looks, the career, the Super Bowl rings. What demon blood are you drinking that has manifested itself in such a manner that you literally never have a rainy day? And even when it does, a little magical butler jumps out of the ground with a fucking umbrella. So you never feel it. What book did you sign your name in, bro? Because I'd really like to meet that person. That, if I'm going to drink the demon blood, it's going to be from that vial. I mean, nothing else is worth it.
I need your demon blood broker.
Right. I want your broker. But every time I've seen him play, and I've increasingly started to watch sports over the years, because as you know, I wasn't always a huge sports fan, but increasingly my partner is a huge football fan. So I've been watching consistently. And every time I want to dislike this guy, from what I hear, he's very disciplined. From what I hear, he's very committed to the game. From what I hear, he has eaten millions and millions of dollars so that the team could be better for it and have the resources to build a great team, because he understands no matter how great he is, he's got to throw the ball to somebody, right? And they got to be able to catch the shit and fucking run. I respect the fact that I really don't hear any negative feedback about him from teammates. You'd think that people would be like, that motherfucker, but you don't really hear that kind of talk about him. So from what I've seen so far, I don't know the man. I don't move in that circle, but from what I've seen and heard thus far, I can't say that the hate is warranted. You got to respect discipline. He seems to be a good sport. He seems to have sportsmanship. His teammates seem to like him, and he has seemed to sacrifice financial gain for a better team. And to me, those are kind of characteristics of a good leader.
True. All those points are true. Yeah, especially on the pay cuts that he's continued to take despite winning MVP and winning Super Bowls and stuff.
Correct. I mean, of course, he's making up for that in endorsements. I mean, the guy is in every other commercial, and his, has one of the most stunning Latina wives in the world. So I can't even hate on him for going like the whole Baywatch like look. I mean, like on all counts, he seems to be like pretty legitimate guy.
Word. And she pulls down like 40 million a year as a supermodel anyway.
She's not tripping. She's like, dude, there are steaks in the freezer with or without you. So she's cool. And from what I hear, I've only heard positive things about her as well. So I would like to dislike them, and I just can't. Well, him, she's done nothing, but I have no reason to, from what I've seen and heard and what I've seen other athletes and sports commentators say about him. It seems to be pretty positive.